So price will come back and mitigate this thing, and after price mitigates this thing, so we will have price going to the upside, and that brings us to this last phase, right? This phase here, where we have price clearing this low, right? Where we have price clearing this low and price coming up to the upside, clearing this high again, clearing this high again. Seems like this structure is more long than the other ones. Yeah, price clearing this high again. Nope, sorry. Yeah, price will come and clear this high again, and there will be a demand zone here, right? A demand zone to buy market to the upside, and that brings price to go to the upside, right? And as price is going to this upside now, here becomes your BOS because we've broken structure. Here becomes your BOS, right? You can see that this one is actually the actual opposite of the other one, right? Same illustration, but then their directions are different. So you could see that this one occurs when price wants to reverse to the upside, and the other one occurs when price wants to reverse to the downside. So now let's take a very look at them before we proceed. So you could see the formation here as first phase, right? And the last phase, and look at how price moved. So let's look at this one, right? First phase, second phase, and last phase. So you could see they are the same thing, right? Here, price mitigates from this point, price mitigates from this point, and then start going to the upside, right? Why did that one? Why did that one? Sorry. Why did that one? Price mitigates here and start going to the downside. Yeah. So let's look at our charts and see how these things are being formed live. Yeah. So let's look at the live charts. Live charts. Let's clear this bullshit. So let's look at the live charts. Okay. Live chart example. Though this one happened not to be very fine, but then you could see we were in a downtrend. Price was coming from a downtrend at this point, and when you wanted to reverse, when you wanted to go up a little, right? Price cleared this low. Price cleared this low, right? And after price cleared this low, price cleared this high. Price cleared this high, right? Now this is your change of character. This is your change of character. This is your change of character at this point, right? And now where is your demand zone to buy the market to the upside? This is it. And where will you target as your this is the demand zone you look out for, right? And look at what happened after you took that demand zone. Price tapped into that demand zone, and what happened next? You set your take profit at this side, and you could see that, and you could see what happened. So you could see that these things are very easy. Look how we just post them right now, just now and now. So let's look at another good example, right? Another good example is this one here. Look at this one here. Right, so we are coming from a downtrend. When price wanted to reverse, it cleared this low first. Price took out this low, right? And then took out this high. And then took out this high, right? Though this is not a perfect explanation for this one now. But then price bought from this FVG here, sorry. An FVG here. Price bought from an FVG at this point. Let's say this breakout block, right? Together with FVG. So when we reach there, we will explain all of these things, but you could see the change of character formation, and how if change of character forms finish, how we tend to reverse after they form, right? How we tend to reverse after this change of characters has formed finish. So this is a change of character. I'll still be looking to buy price at this point. Yeah. So this is a change of character formation to the top side. All right. We had another here at the bottom. Right here. So you've seen the markings I just made here now. The markings I just made here. And if you are to trade this, you'll be targeting this high and to take profit targets, right? You'll be targeting that high because market will break the high. You'll be targeting that high, right? Yeah, so I'm not showing change of character to start trading them. I'm showing you change of character so you understand them. So, and this one ratio for it's good. So you could see these two structures now, and I still believe this one is a valid zone. See this zone here. I still believe this is a valid POI. Yeah, so, but you could see this change of character formation, how you use them. You could see these two now, how swift they are. How swift they are. So let's try to continue to see if we can see several of them, right? Yeah, even for a downtrend on an uptrend, a downtrend and an uptrend. Okay, we have a minor one here, right? We had a minor one here. When price was coming from an uptrend a little, and then this is an uptrend, like a minor retracement, right? Price took out this high, then price took out this low, then price took out this low, right? And we had a supply zone. Do I say the price sold from all these supply zone here? So we had our supply zones here, and you could see price going to that supply zone and selling down immediately. Right? I'll show you several examples of them. And price selling down immediately. Right? You set your SL above this wick so that price not snipe you out. So you can see our price delivered immediately, swift, very fast here. So this is your change of character here. Right? This is a change of character at this point. Yeah, this is a change of character and price sold immediately. So after that change of character, this is actually DOS. Okay. Okay, so this is a change of character. You see what I'm saying? So let's look out for further more examples on change of character, change of character. Okay, we have a smaller one here. We have a smaller one here. Alright, this for scalpers. If you don't know how to scalp, you won't see this one well because it's quite dangerous. We have a smaller change of character here. Price taking out the low, right? Price taking out the high, right? And here now is your demand zone. All these things are your demand zone to buy market, right? But then since you don't want to be trade, you can't use all of those things. You refine it so that you can use a very small portion of it. And your take profit targets will be in this high. So what do? You set your entry here and then your SL below. Just give a little space and then your take profit target above. And you could see that price will take out that this thing. And even still, price even took it out before dumping. So this is where your change of character occurred. Remember. And then as we proceed, right? Maybe in next live sections, I'll show you it's not all change of character that you trade. So, but then look at these examples of change of character, right? Change of character occurred here and we reverse. So let's look out for more. Okay, we have a smaller one here, right? We have a smaller one here. Price was coming from an uptrend. This is an uptrend, right? Like a little move to the upside, more of like a tracement, but then it's forming an uptrend structure because it was breaking highs. One high, right? It broke high, another high before it broke a low. And this low that it took out now is a change of character because it took out a high and a low. And after taking this high and low, what did price do? Price came and sold from this other block here, or this demand zone here, right? Price sold from this point to the downside. So if you're target, you target it somewhere short or but then you could see you target your TP at this low. But then you could see what price just did right here. So yeah, so this is your change of character formation. And this chart is dead as neat. This is a change of character formation. This is a change of character formation, and you could see our price delivered swiftly, right? You see our price after clearing this high, clearing this low, price mitigated this demand zone and sold to the downside. Now, when I talk of tradable change of characters, right? Here now we have several of them, and we have one that was not tradable, right? Example of it is this one. Here now we are coming from a, if you look at that video, right? Let's say you're coming from, okay, let me don't talk of this thing. Okay, this is a change of character at this point. We cleared low. Let me just show you change of character formation. Then later we talk about tradable change of characters. So we cleared low and we cleared high. So this low and high is bottom, right? This high we cleared here. So this side that we clear, look at where we broke the high, right? We must break a low and a high. And it's better we break that high impulsively. It's better we break that high impulsively. So you break a low and you break a high top. And I mean possibly when price, after two expansion and retracement, so when price expands to the upside. So after we broke this low and the high, we are provided with a demand zone here. And look at what price did. Price bought into that demand zone, right? Price bought into that demand zone, and this will be your target for a take profit, right? This will be your target for a take profit. Okay, so this will be a target for a take profit. So if this one issue 4 and it's gold. So you could see this change of character formations now. You could see them. And let's look at this one. We had one here, but this one didn't hold. We had one here, right? Price cleared a low, right? And price cleared a high. Obviously, this is a change of character, right? Obviously, this is a change of character, and the one at the bottom, right? And the one at the bottom, both of them, yeah, those that is a change of character. But if you look at that structure now, price didn't hold. Price didn't hold at all. So you could see that if you are taking from here now, you'll be taking out, right? Even if as price reacted inside the change of inside the demand zone, price reacted at this region before selling down. But then you could see that this one didn't hold. So when we talk about tradable change of character, that will bring me here. So let's continue. Even tradable change of character, right? Okay, let me don't talk about it now so you can focus actually. All right, so we had one here. We had a change of character at this point. Price took out this high, right? Price took out this low, and as price took out this low at this point, price reversed immediately. Remember, demand zones can be FVG. I say that several times. So price took out this low. Look at this low that price took out very fast here with 1 week, right? With week. Remember, it is a BOS with week. So price took out this low and price sold to the downside rapidly. Price, so your take profit target will be this low here, or this low here, right? This low here. This will be your take profit target in price, right? Hope you've seen all of this. This is your change of character. Don't bother about the take profit target and everything if you're saying this. Just focus to understand this change of character formation, right? Because we'll definitely deal with every of the things I've said. And you could see our price delivered in all of them. You see our price delivered in all of them. You could see our price delivered in every one of them that I've just listed to you, right? So, okay, we had one here itself before this sale occurred. Price took out this week high, right? Price took out this high. If you have to look well, you see that this high was taken out, right? But I don't want to force it. That is the thing. I don't want to force it unless you know that price took out that high and the low. So that is one of the change of character formation you should take note of. All right. Part of the change of character formation, you should, all these things I've just listed. So let's look out for if you can see more formations, right? So more change of character formations. Okay, we have one here, right? All of these things are scalp trades, price scalping. So we had one price took out this side, price took this point, and then price mitigated from this region. Price mitigated from this region. And then if you look at, okay, you see that this one now it's a bad one because normally after these things formed, your take profit target should be this high. But if you have set your take profit target in this high, you price wouldn't have mitigated, price wouldn't have hit CP, right? But then that is a change of character. Remember, it's not something 100% sure, right? Not something that works 100% because you need to make losses, but then it's something that works 98%, meaning the 2% of the time it doesn't work is the 2% of the time that you make mistake in the market and you go wrong, right? Because if you're always right, everybody will be right, and there is no way money will be made in this market. So at some point, the structures will go you wrong so that you could lose money and everybody benefits from the market, others will benefit. So this is a change of character. You could see everything here, right? Let's say we took this thing down because price was from this supply zone here, right? We had a small supply zone there, but then it's not a valid supply zone. So let's say we kept this thing this way. So you could see the change of character works very well. It works very well. Let's look out for more examples. More examples of change of character, right? We have one here. We have one price took out this high and low, right? If I'm to drag this high, you see that price took both of them out. Paste, top, bottom. And you could see what happened. After price took that thing out, price sold to the downside, right? And your take profit targets will be this place. Your take profit targets will be here because all these things are equal lows, right? So and the end of the equal lows, you stop there. So your take profit targets will be there, and then you target that point. So you could see that this change of character after it forms price reverses. So it indicates reversals, right? It indicates price reversals. It indicates price reversals. Okay. Several of them here that I'm saying. Okay, so here is one, right? Remember, don't force any of them. Here is one. Price took out that low, right? And price took out this high. And what happens? You are being provided with a zone to buy the market, and your take profit targets will be this high here, right? Take profit target will be this high, the high that formed. And if you're using that high as a take profit target, see that price, a strong change of character will take out a high or a low after giving a change of character formation like this now. After price has formed this change of character, it will go to that high, this high, that sponsor that thing and it will take it out. So you'll be setting your TP there. So without me having to mark here change of character, you already know that here is one, right? Yeah, so I don't want to indicate it, but then if I'm to mark it, I would. So you get everything bottom, right? A change of character here, a change of character here, and then price went to the upside, right? Yeah, the price take this thing out. So bad. So we keep on having change of characters. We have one here, right? We have one here. I don't know if this one. Okay, let's see. Let's see price movements. Right, we broke this low, broke this high, and then price came back and tapped from this zone. right? Long. Price came back and tapped from that demand zone at that point. And what happened? The take profit target actually should be here. Should be here. Because if I'm to draw all these things here, right? We are not talking of, they don't make a good zone to sell. So as they don't make a good zone, they'll make a good take profit target for you buy. So you could see the change of character formation, right? You could see the change of character formation. After change of character has formed, what happened next? We had one here, right? But this is a bad one because price grab liquidity. So imagine if you don't give your SL space, right? Price will take you out. We had one here, right? Yeah, and we had another one. But then this is not how change of character forms. It forms very sweet. Yeah, because this structure now is not sweet at all. And you can see what happened if you are taking this price take years before selling. So all of these things happen. So I can't say but then you know that you set your SL above this thing, above this high, this one here. So you could see that price came to that high, knowing that people orders are there and price took it out a little before dumping, right? So all these things are ways of packing liquidity out of the market. Yeah, so they all work, but then this one was stopped out. Crazy. So this is a change of character there for you, and this is the one that invalidated. So you see the chances of it winning. So far we've done several that has played, and this one didn't. Right. So you can see that it has a very good winning rate when you're working with change of character, right? And even in this one that didn't do well, price actually had a change of character inside of it, right? So yeah, this is it for change of characters. This is it for change of characters. And let me do the last one. We took out this high here, right? And we took out this low, right? And we had our demand zone at this, our supply zone at this point, and your target will be this low. The target should be this low actually. Your target will be this low. That is if you are the type that can swing trade, but if you can't, you target this small low, right? So as your target is there, you tend to sell price to this side, knowing that price will come there and then pack every liquidity that is needed. So this is it for change of characters. Yeah. So try to backtest everything you've just learned. Try to backtest everything you've learned about change of character. And then when you're through, drop your review on this video. Yeah, so you guys should drop what you've learned, how good you learned from this video. Yeah, and then expect an assignment. Yeah, after we've done tradable change of characters, expect an assignment. Yeah, so good night guys and take care. Yeah, see and enjoy this video. Yeah, good night and